Hey everybody, welcome back to Esoteric Ramblings. I'm Jesse Arnold, and today I'm giving you my initial reaction to Episode 8 of Season 2, Chapter 16 of The Mandalorian, The Rescue. So, as I'm beginning to record this, one of my best friends and also huge Star Wars nerds is messaging me, so I'm sorry, Brendan, you're going to have to wait a few minutes for me to respond to your messages. I'm assuming you're watching the video or the episode or have just finished it. So I'll get with you in just a couple minutes. Wow, today's episode, again, I won't say any spoilers until I notify you, so no spoilers here at the beginning. It is titled The Rescue. It's directed by Peyton Reed, and it runs about 40, I believe it was like 45, 42 minutes, somewhere in there. Is again another knockout episode this season. It was just delivered all the quality you expect from this show, from the effects and everything. Like, it's hard to believe that it's a show. Just the quality of the special effects, practical effects, everything they do in this is just great. And as The Rescue, as you can assume, it's all about Mandalorian. You've already seen him getting some other recruits to help him out to go and rescue Grogu from Moff Gideon. So I don't think there's any spoilers in saying that that's what this episode is about. There's not a whole lot I can say that isn't spoiler related, other than, again, outstanding music, acting. It's just all across the board, great stuff from this episode. It just jumps right into it, whereas some of the early episodes this season felt like it picked up immediately where the previous episode left off. There's definitely feels like there's a bit of a jump between last episode and this one, but there's nothing wrong with that. It gets right into the story, and sometimes characters just traveling around. We don't need to see that in a show like this necessarily, because it becomes clear what's going on as the events unfold. I don't know what else I can say without getting into spoilers. So, other than I thought it's not my favorite episode of the season. That stands with the Ahsoka episode. But is definitely a really good, definitely one of the best of the show, I think, at large. I can't wait for other folks to see it and watch it, and I can talk to people about it. So, yeah. All right, spoilers are coming up now. Whoa. Okay, so I was excited about the Ahsoka episode because she just came in right out of the gate, and it was not. If the internet rumors were true, I kind of knew she was going to be in it, but that was great, and she's my all-time favorite character, so that was really exciting. This episode was fantastic. So this is the spoiler section, so be warned, and no, there is no Ahsoka. Sadly, there's no more Ahsoka in this episode, which I didn't feel like there needed to be, especially with the way she dealt with the Mandalorian and Grogu in her episode. I feel like her coming back now would have just been her sending them on a wild goose chase that led to these bad things happening in the previous episode. So, glad she didn't show back up in this. But we did get to see Bo-Katan and is it Koska Reeves, the other female Mandalorian that was with Bo-Katan in that episode, where they of the princess, when they attacked the Gozanti freighter to steal the ship and give him the directions to Ahsoka and everything. So it was cool to see them back, and the interactions between him and Boba Fett, and where Boba Fett stands amongst other Mandalorians. And so I think maybe some long-term Star Wars fans who have read more of the EU stuff, now Legends, might appreciate the interaction he has with Bo-Katan and Koska Reeves. So that was pretty cool, and it just gets right into it. They set out their plan, and they go after Moff Gideon's freighter, and it's cool. So they infiltrate the ship, dark troopers are activated, all this stuff. So it's all the stuff you would expect from a really great episode. And then there's a couple of twists. I don't know if I want to give them all away on here or not. So, yeah, a lot of people were speculating that we'd see Din Djarin face off against Moff Gideon with the Beskar spear, which we do see, and that has some unexpected consequences for some of the other characters in the episode. So it brings a wedge between him and Bo-Katan, because he defeated Moff Gideon. Did not kill him. Moff Gideon's still alive. Defeats Moff Gideon, so he has the Darksaber, and he thinks he can just give it to her. But of course, Moff Gideon has a little bit of that Thrawn tactician in him, where he knows that that's not the way this works. Or at least not the way they're continuing the story, because I believe I'd have to rewatch Rebels, but I'm pretty sure Sabine was able to just give the Darksaber to Bo. I don't remember how that played out. I don't remember if she defeated her in battle. I mean, she doesn't even kill her, but so there's a wedge there between these characters, and there's a real exciting cameo is too light of a word, and maybe guest star is too strong of a word, of a character that's been much rumored to appear in the show, and I was just really pleased with how they did that. And I'm just going to say it. So double spoiler warning here. As they've defeated all the crew on the freighter, Moff Gideon's been captured, and they're having this whole face-off. And the Dark Troopers are now doubling their efforts to get into the bridge to attack our bandit crew here. A lone X-Wing shows up, and of course, I have two thoughts immediately. It's I'm drawing a blank on his name. It's one of the X-Wing pilots we've seen several times through this season. Or I shouted to my mom through the phone. I was like, "It's Luke!" Especially when they didn't respond. And then you see a cloaked figure walking down the hallway, and I was like, "It's got to be Luke. There's no way. Why would Ahsoka have an X-Wing? What other Jedi could it be?" I know there's some other speculations, but. And then you get to see it. We get to see full-on Luke Skywalker in all his Jedi glory, which I know a lot of people were disappointed they didn't get in the sequels. And it's fantastic. Even though he has his hood up and you can't see his face through the whole fight, he takes out all the Dark Troopers. It's incredible. It's really cool to see. I did not know how excited I would be for that scene until I saw it. Because I do like Luke. He's always been one of my favorites from the original trilogy, but he's never been like my personal favorite. Not for any reason. I don't think anything wrong of him, but it was just really cool to see that version, Return of the Jedi Luke, all in black with the green lightsaber, back at it doing his thing, and then he walks onto the bridge and pulls his hood down, and I know how they did it with face swapping technology or whatever with their computer graphics and everything, but it's freaking Mark Hamill right there on the bridge talking to Din Djarin, and it's way better than the Tarkin and Leia scenes from Rogue One, and it's even better than the fight scenes from The Rise of Skywalker with young Luke and young Leia in their training scene. I don't know how they did it. I can't wait to watch the behind the scenes episodes when they come out to see if they explain that. But it just looks and feels like, and Mark Hamill is the one credited with portraying him in the episode. So I don't know if they got Sebastian Stan and they did the deep fake face on him, or whatever more proper technology terminology to use on that. But it's great. It's really cool, and it was just really cool to see that era version of Luke again. Like I said, I didn't realize I was going to be that excited to see it, but I was, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Even though we know where his story goes, there's still 30 years of Luke's story to tell between Mandalorian and The Last Jedi, and 5 years between Return of the Jedi and this, to see what he's been up to. So between the books and the comics and whatever shows they might be able to spin him into, Yeah, it was crazy. It was really really cool to see that, and I liked the way that paid off with Mando and the child. I will leave some of that out of the video to let you enjoy some of those moments. I will say this: stay tuned through the end credits. They do pull a little bit of a Marvel move, and they give us a little. It's a little more than a scene. I think it's a setup because it looks like a. I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing series or a spin-off series, like one-shot kind of thing, mini-series. But there's definitely something worth sticking around for in the end. And don't, after they get through the initial cast list, don't pay attention to the credits because it might spoil what's coming that end scene. And I'm not going to spoil that end scene just because it's fun and it's not essential to the episode. I'm going to leave that for you to discover on your own. So there it is. That is the end of Season 2 Mandalorian. We'll be back with those sometime next year, I guess. And yeah, stay tuned though. I'll have WandaVision and the other Marvel shows that come up. I'll do some reactions to those, and hopefully now that things are kind of settling down as Christmas is almost here, I'll get some time back and I'll start doing my comic haul rundowns and some other things I want to review. So anyway, that's it. Hope you have a great weekend, and if I don't see you before then, if you celebrate, Merry Christmas, and whatever other holidays you celebrate during this time of year, I hope you have a great time with whatever friends and family you can be around. Stay safe, wear your masks. If it's snowing or bad weather in your area, make sure your car's up to date. Drive safe, clear off all your snow and all that jazz. So yeah, just be safe for yourself and those out on the road with you and in public. And yeah, I'll see you next week or over the weekend with something. I'll be back with something. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.